What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nerd Level Rising. I have such an exciting video today. I'm so looking forward to this. This is going to be awesome. I love thinking about TBR stuff and like what I want to read and making plans. It's one of my favorite things ever. I don't know why. I just love it. And you can see I have a big stack of books here to talk about. And these are things that are very high on my list to read in 2026, or at least start these series, because there's a handful of things that I'm going to wrap up here by the end of this year. And, well, that means we got to open up the floodgates to some new stuff. And so how I want to do this is, let me talk about the things that I'm definitely going to read next year, and then we'll have a bunch of maybes. I haven't fine-tuned this list really yet. Part of that is I'm going to ask you guys for a little bit of help. So let's jump in. Things that I'm definitely going to read. Well, we have to finish the couple of things that I have in the works already that have been ongoing. One, of course, is The Wars of Light and Shadow by Janny Wurts. This will absolutely be done in 2026. I am reading book 6 here by the end of the year. Sometime in December, I think, is when I'll read that one. And that means we'll have 5 books left, right? So that'll take us through a nice chunk of 2026 at the pace that we're going. But what else do I need to say about Wars of Light and Shadow? You guys, if you watch the channel, you know exactly how much this series means to me. It's one of my favorite things of all time. I'm hard pressed to think of a reason why this can't be my number one series of all time when it's all said and done. It very well might be. It's already top 3, and I'm not even halfway through the series, right? So this may become my all-time favorite. I don't know. It's certainly super, super close, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Everything that I hear from people who have read the series, or at least are further in, is that it just keeps getting better and better, which is exactly what it's done. And it has everything that I want out of a book series. And so can't wait to wrap that up and just see how it all ends. I have no idea where it's going to go, and that's very, very exciting. The second thing is to get caught up on A Drowned Kingdom. I read book 1 here somewhat recently, and it was just awesome. I had a great time, and what I hear about that one is just the same thing, keeps getting better and better and better. There are 5 books out now, and book 6, I believe, is due out pretty early-ish, 2026, and I want to say it's planned to be a 7-book series, so I would really love to be caught up and ready so I can read book 7 when it drops, whenever that does eventually happen. And I'm just having a great time, and I want to get back to it and just kind of see where everything goes with Othrin and his very interesting journey. We'll say that for now. And so that's definitely really high up on the list as well. And then the third one that I'm in the middle of that I gotta get caught up on is One Piece. It's been a minute since I've read some One Piece, because I've gotten caught up in some of these series that are big books, and my reading time has just gotten condensed here these last several months, and I haven't had the time to get back to it, but I really want to. I've read up through the end of Fishman Island, and so I'm in a place right now where I'm just like, okay, I've gotten a glimpse of where this could go, how big this could be, and I can't wait to get back to it. I'm so latched onto these characters and the story and the world, and I really want to get back in. I really want to get caught up so that I can be in there and involved with the community as each chapter comes out. And like that would just be awesome. And that way I can also, of course, be there when it ends and be involved with that discussion, which I have no doubt will be just so incredibly powerful. So One Piece is very high on the list as well. I really, really want to get caught up with that in 2026. Some of the other things that we got here. I'm glancing at my notes just to make sure there's nothing else there is one that I don't have a copy of, so I'll make sure that I mention that. But there are 4 that I do have physical copies of. This is one of my resolutions here in 2026, is I want to read some more of the stuff that I have already without buying more and more and more new things. I'm always going to buy more books because that's what we do, right? That's part of our problem. And it's so fun, and I love it, and I'm never going to stop. But I do want to make sure that I'm working through some of these things so my pile doesn't get too gigantic. Of course, what I need to do is the Second Chronicles of Thomas Covenant, the Unbeliever by Stephen R. Donaldson. I love that first trilogy. It has become an all-time favorite, and the second trilogy, by all accounts, is even better. And I have a hard time imagining how that happens, but hey, apparently it's going to happen, and I can't wait to get back to this. This is absolutely happening in 2026. I don't know where it's going to go. That first trilogy, really, we start off with Covenant, who is just such a deplorable character, and tossed into this beautiful, generous, wonderful world. And seeing that duality was so interesting. And I think that it had a really, really great ending to that trilogy. And I'm so curious to see what's going to happen. How do we kick off the second trilogy? What's the major arc across? I'm so curious. I can't wait to get back. And I love Donaldson's writing so much. Can't wait to get back to this. This is absolutely very, very high priority. I love these covers too, just despite the fact that they're sort of objectively not that great. But I just think that they're fun and so charming. But yeah, that's going to be awesome. Speaking of Donaldson, we need to do his sci-fi series as well. Right, we got to make sure science fiction is happening. This is a very skinny book. I don't know if it's going to stand up. Oh, it does. Look at that. This is the Gap Cycle, right? The Gap Cycle, the real story being book 1. And what I've heard about this is, hey, you thought Thomas Covenant was a bad guy. Try this, right? That's what I keep hearing. And Donaldson's writing, his prose is incredible. His work with themes, I think, is fantastic. His character writing is fantastic. And to see what he's going to do to make me care about somebody who's even worse than Covenant is very intriguing and very exciting to get into. And of course, I love space opera. I love these big, just bombastic sci-fi stories. And it seems like I'm going to get a very dark space opera here as well. And I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. Short and sweet introduction to the books get bigger and bigger. It's a 5-book series. The final one is really, really, I think it's 500 or 600 pages long. It's pretty big. So they only get longer, but at least the first one is a nice bite-sized chunk to get into. So, and don't mind the torn cover. I got a used copy of this, but that's okay. I don't mind. It's all good. So excited for that. That'll be a nice, quick, easy read, I think. Dark and disturbing probably, but pretty quick. So looking forward to that very much. The one that I don't have a copy of, let me say this before I forget, is the Book of the Long Sun by Gene Wolfe. I've been reading the Book of the New Sun here this year. Absolutely loving it. It's another one that's become an all-time favorite, and Gene Wolfe quickly becoming one of my all-time favorite authors just with what he's done. I've read 3 of the books so far. The 4th book will happen by the end of the year, and then the plan is to read Earth of the New Sun early in 2026, and I would love to get to the Book of the Long Sun after that, which is, I'm not sure how it all works timeline-wise, but I know it's connected. It's like the solar cycle is what it's called. We have the New Sun, then we have the Book of the Long Sun, which I believe is also 4 books, and then we have the Book of the Short Sun as well. And I want to make my way through all of these. I've been talking with Sam from My Samwise about it, and he's really, really excited. He loved the Long Sun books, and so I'm really, really looking forward to getting into those. They're just like the Book of the New Sun. They're not very big books, but they, I'm sure, pack a lot in there that is just really fun to unpack and try to put together the puzzle as you go. So that's definitely got to happen as well. Get some more Gene Wolfe in my life. He's got a bunch of standalones and stuff too. I would love to just read some more Gene Wolfe in general here in 2026. A couple other sure things. One, the Book of Asteia by Zamar Amr. Look at how cool this cover is, by the way. Look at that. Wow. Riven Earth is book 1. Sundered Moon. I believe Sundered Moon is the title of book 2. Just a duology. It's finished. Zamar is the man. Super nice. Every time I've interacted with him, he's just the best. And he was so kind to send me these. And it's taken me so long to read these. And I hear that they're great. It's nothing personal to Zamar, if you happen to see this. It's nothing personal to you, of course. I have a long list of stuff that people have sent me either here or digitally that I'm just taking forever to get to, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to work my way through them in the order that I received them. And this is next on the list, I believe. Unless I'm missing something off the top of my head, I gotta check my list. But I gotta get to these, man. I've heard so many good things. And I hear that it's really dark, and I hear that it's a really satisfying story just for being a duology, and they're not super long either. So we must pack a punch into these 300-400 pages in each volume. So looking forward to that Book of Asteia. That'll be very fun. And then we got to do some more Malazan. Okay, I've been slowly but steadily getting through all the Malazan stuff. I love the Book of the Fallen to Death. One of my absolute all-time favorites. I really like The God Is Not Willing. Looking forward to reading No Life Forsaken, the sequel there in that sequel series, the Witness series. But I haven't done any of the prequels yet. And I have to. These are novels of Malazan Empire by Ian C. Esselmont, of course. I like those a lot as well. The prequels by Esselmont also. I have all of these. All of them that are released so far, at least the 4 that are out. I believe there's going to be a couple more. I'm not sure how many books he's planning on putting together here, but from what I understand, these are sort of connected, sort of standalone-y prequel type of books. Somebody in the comments maybe can correct me on that, on how strongly the books are connected with a through line. But I just love the Malazan world so much, and I can't wait to get back and see some of the stuff that sets up what we see at the beginning of the Book of the Fallen. And Dancer's Lament, just from that title, I'm like, okay, I wonder what's going to happen here. I'm already roped in just by the title, let alone the cover's gorgeous and the blurb on the back, and it's just very excited for this. I love prequels. They're usually something that I just get such a kick out of, and one of my favorite worlds of all time. Well, let's get some prequel stuff in my life. So I'd love to read all of these. There's 4 of them out that are available right now. If I can get to more Malazan throughout the year, I will. We'll see. If there's a new release, Erikson might have a book come out, maybe the Third Witness book, perhaps. Not sure. But if that does come out, I'm going to try to read that and be caught up on all of that stuff, which would just leave Carcanus left. And so that's the first of my maybes here. The rest of these are maybes, things I'm still thinking through. I need to prioritize and kind of choose what I want to do. But Carcanus is definitely one where, do I have one of those? I do. Forge of Darkness, book 1 in the Carcanus trilogy. These are much bigger books. These are, I'm sure, much denser books. What I hear is that they're very poetic and Shakespearean, and are just a very different vibe and style from any of the other Malazan stuff. And from what I hear, a lot of people who I tend to align with what they feel about Malazan, they say this is some of their favorite stuff in the entire universe. And so I wonder, I might be the same. I could totally see that. So we shall see. Forge of Darkness. We have Fall of Light, Book 2. Walk in Shadow, Book 3. The long-rumored, awaited Book 3. Erikson is working on it now. That's part of why I haven't read this yet, is just because it wasn't finished. And for a while there, it was kind of seeming like, oh, is he going to finish this? So because he was just doing some other stuff. I think it was related to sales and whatnot. Just these weren't as popular as some of the other stuff that he was doing. And understandably so, right? You got to do your career as well. But he's come back and he's going to come finish it for us and put that book out. And so I got to be ready, right? I got to be ready. So if we get a release date for that, then this will very quickly cut to the front of the line, because I want to make sure that I would read these and be ready on release for that third one. But yeah, looking forward to that. More Malazan in my life in 2026. Does it get better than that? I don't know. All right, some more maybes. Let's see. We have Sunder Nation Trilogy by Vaughn Roycroft, another person who is just so amazing, and he sent me a signed copy of this. Like, it's so great. Vaughn is one of the nicest people that I've had the pleasure to interact with here since I started my channel, and it's just, I've heard so many great things about his books as well, right? I know that Shay and David from Four Corners of the Page both really like this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what all the buzz is about. And the first trilogy is complete now, by the way. I had the first 2. I need to get the 3rd book here at some point. But yeah, it's going to be great. I know there's more books forthcoming in like a sequel trilogy, I believe. But The Severing Sun, book 1, gorgeous cover, fantastic. Sort of a historical fiction, fantasy blend kind of thing, I believe, is what I understand. So that'll be great. Looking forward to that very much. So we'll see if we can squeeze that guy in. Another one, Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn by Tad Williams. Legend, staple of the fantasy genre. So influential for so many reasons, for so many people. I have this gorgeous edition from the Broken Binding, and when it came in, I was like, man, I got to read that like now. And then just life happened, right? And these books are not small, so it's been hard to squeeze it in, but I really want to try to make it happen here this year, because it's such a legend. Like I said, I got to check it off my bingo card, man. I really do. And Tad Williams, I have a feeling, could become one of my all-time favorites, just based on, what I've heard and like the style that he tends to write in. So yeah, I still cannot get over it. One of my favorite covers of all time, probably. I just love that so much. It's so cool. So we'll see if we can fit in Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn this year. Another one that I've been putting off for far too long. And the reason I've been doing it is because I think that this author is going to become one of my absolute all-time favorites, and I just don't want it to be over yet. I keep kicking it down the road because I want to have something like in storage that I know is going to be amazing, that I can grab when I need it. But like, I don't know. I got to just get to it, and that's Realm of the Elderlings. Farseer trilogy. I would love to get into this here this year, by Robin Hobb, of course. This is just everything that I hear. Like, I just know that I'm going to cry a lot. I'm going to cheer a lot. I'm going to be super happy. I'm going to be super sad. I'm going to be so connected to these characters in this world. And I just know it's going to be an all-timer. And there's no doubt about it whatsoever. And I think wrapping my head around, rather than doing all the books in one sequential run, maybe I'll do like a sub-series and then take a little break and then another one and like spread it out that way. That might kind of help me to spread the love and not just burn through this amazing series all at once. Watch me hate it, right? That'd be hilarious. It won't happen, but that would be funny. But I think that kind of helps me to, I don't know, find that middle ground of pacing myself with some of these all-time favorite series and also just to quit being dumb and putting this thing off for no reason. So would really love to get to Farseer Trilogy here this year. Another legend. Looks really big, but this is 10 books in one. This is The Chronicles of Amber by Roger Zelazny. And this is one that I very much need to check out for similar reasons because I'm trying to make space. I'm sorry. For similar reasons because it's just a legend, so influential. So many people cite this as one of their favorites or one of the things that inspired them to write their stories, or like there's just so much here. And with 10 books in this thing, I mean, they're each like 100 or 200 pages long. You could probably knock that out in a few days, right? Like, you get a few good days where you have some like I literally just randomly flipped to page 700 and it's the beginning of book 7 in the series. Like that's just, they're so short and sweet. You got to be able to just burn through these, and that's nice. It's nice to have short books. Sometimes, I'm surrounded by these gigantic tomes. It's nice to have some short ones, and it's nice to have something older. When was this published? Let's see. When was this published? You guys know I've been loving my older books. 70s. Right, looks like through the 70s and 80s. 1991 was the final book. So, like, you guys know I've been loving my older series. I gotta do it, and I love this cover, the city, just everything. It's great. So, gotta get to that. Chronicles of Amber. Gotta get to that. Another big sci-fi series that has been. I feel like every single year I've put this on my maybes list, and it just keeps getting knocked off course by something. I don't know. I just keep picking up something else instead, but I finally have the first book in the series on my shelf, and so it's got to happen at some point. That's The Expanse by James S.A. Corey. Big, epic, fun, explosive space opera. Characters are fantastic from what I hear. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I gotta quit putting it off. It'd be really cool to at least start this. Even if I just read book 1, it'd be really cool to at least start this and just see what all the buzz is about. So many people love this so much. It's a favorite sci-fi series for so many people. I gotta see what's up. And I really love the titles of this series. I think all the titles are just bangers, and they're I don't know, that does something for me. I like a really cool title in an SFF book. So we gotta check this out. Hopefully we have some time. These are not small books. The type is the type's pretty big, so maybe it wouldn't take too long to get through. We'll see. I don't know. But The Expanse is high on the list. Another one. This is, what is the series even called? Why can't I remember? Hold on now. Song of the Shattered Sands. See, I've had it so long, I even blanked on the series title. 12 Kings and Sherikai is book 1. I've had this on my shelf for a few years because I'd heard about this series and that it was cool. That's all that I'd heard. And people had spoke highly of it, but only a couple people. I haven't seen many. So I was like, hey, I can kind of get in on this and help drum up some excitement. I was looking around and I found it on Pango. I found a used set of the hardcovers for a steal. And I got the entire set in hardcover for an incredibly low price. It was kind of crazy. I was like, is this a scam? Like, this is wild. But no, it's great. I have everything. I got the prequel novella also. And I really want to get into this. I really want to check this out. It seems like epic fantasy with like sort of a Middle Eastern kind of flair to it, which sounds very, very cool. And I don't know. It's been sitting on it's taken up a lot of space on my shelf also, by the way. And that's another reason why I want to get to it. So there you go. The Song of the Shattered Sands by Bradley P. Beaulieu. Maybe I'm saying that right. Cover blurb from Robin Hobb. Like, come on now. Another one. The Lord of the Rings. Okay. I have read Lord of the Rings before. Okay. Don't at me. But I need to reread it. I really do. I've only read it the once, and this was back in, This was, I think I read book 1 in like 2008, 2010, something like that. And then I went back and I kind of fell off, and then I went back and reread that one, read the whole trilogy, or the whole book, whatever, if you want to call it one book, I don't know. Read the whole thing. I think it was like 2012, 2013. I read the whole thing. And I just very distinctly remember being like, man, the movies are better. Which at the time, I just hadn't read a ton of fantasy at the time. And I think that now, being much more well-read, being much more of an adult and able to critically think, and I just like different kinds of stories now. And I think I'll get so much more out of it on a reread. So I really want to reread this. I would love for that to happen this year. It's been on my list for the last 2 years, I think, and I just keep kicking it down the road, unfortunately. But it's got to happen. I really, really like the special edition. It's got these awesome edges. It's got some illustrations, I believe, from Tolkien himself in here. There's like a fold-out map. It's really, really cool, this edition. So we got to get a reread of The Lord of the Rings done here by Grandpa Tolkien, and just see if I can finally say that the books are better. We'll see. I don't know. And you know what? I'm realizing there's one that I don't have on my desk here that I want to go grab really quick and wrap this video up. So give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Here's the last one. This will round out my list. Gunmetal Gods by Zamil Akhtar. These are awesome. Look at these. I hope this is showing up good on the camera. I mean, these special editions that he did through Kickstarter are just unbelievable. And oh man, the artwork in here is it's truly next level. The artwork in here, it's just crazy how beautiful this is. And I really want to read these. I hear grimdark, I hear super epic, I hear cosmic horror, I hear I believe what's the mythology? Is it Indian or Arabic or Middle Eastern and something? Forgive me, I don't know. I'm probably butchering that. I'm so sorry. It's just my ignorance. Excuse me. But different from your normal like medieval European vibe, which I think is. I love that stuff. But like I want other things as well, and I think this is just going to be great. I've heard so many good things, and these editions are just beautiful, and they're sitting on my shelf, and I really want to read them. So that's the last one to put on my list here is Gunmetal Gods, which I believe the final book maybe is currently in progress, and so it'd be cool to be caught up and ready for that. Maybe too ambitious, but we'll see. But there you have it. There's my list. Will all of these happen in 2026? No, almost certainly not, unless I just like start each one, which is possible. It's possible. We'll see. I've never had that many ongoing series at once before, so I don't know how I feel about that, but I think we're just going to sort of go with the vibes. Other than, I would love for you guys in the comments to tell me which ones of these should I prioritize the most. Some of them already were from input from all of you. I put a video, man, when was this video? Was it over the summer maybe? I put out a video that was like, here's all the stuff that I have on my shelf that I haven't read yet. Help me choose some stuff to prioritize. And the Malazan stuff was definitely the most voted from that video. So I was like, okay, I have to make sure that happens here. But I would love more input on like my maybes, especially here. Like give me a pitch for something. Tell me why I should prioritize one over the other. Or if there's something else that you've heard me talk about that you think I should, get in here on the list, let me know, or throw out other recommendations. I'm here for that as well, right? So talk to me down there, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out the description. You can see a link to the Discord. You can see a link to the Patreon if you want to get involved with that and join the book club and all that kind of stuff. Super fun there, everything that we're doing. Otherwise, that's all I have for you. 2026 is going to be a very fun year. Really looking forward to all these reads. I think I'm going to have, will it be my best reading year ever? Maybe. I would like to think that each year will be my best reading year ever. I would certainly like to think that, and therefore let's manifest it and make sure that happens, right? So I'm calling it right now. 2026 will be my best year, eclipsing 2025. Make it so. Thanks for watching. See you next time.